Hey, welcome to Module 2. This video is especially for my section that's watching this, because I got to do a different one for the other class that I teach because they're not having the tech issues that you guys are having, unfortunately. So let's start there. I apologize for all this. Here it is. It's Sunday morning, 10 a.m. for me here in Phoenix. I hope you're doing well. It's, yeah, your course is what? IDS-410 19939, that's you. I notice people are getting their Module 1 papers in. We had problems. I came into this course, I have two different sections of the same course. And in your course, there was a duplicate grade book next to the other grade book that I scrolled through to see everything. That conflicted. Tech support had never seen that. Dean's office had never seen that. I've never seen that in my years here. So Friday or Thursday, they said, we fixed it, problem solved. Well, what I found out is they really didn't. They locked a lot of you out of the Module 1 short paper instructions. If that's you, I'm going to attach a PDF with the links for the case studies there. You should be able to do your short paper, okay? I will give everybody until, well, those of you who had that problem, you let me know you had that problem, I'll give you till Tuesday, okay? I want to be fair about this. If you still can't upload it whenever, you can email it to me, okay? Email it in a Word doc, follow the instructions, but instead of submission to the course, you'll submit it to me. I'm trying to get up to speed as I go, so if you find something else that looks wrong, let me know, okay? And then we're hoping that Module 2 is just smooth sailing. They assure me it is, okay? We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to attach the PDF for the Module 1 short paper instructions, okay? You should be able to see it there. It's worth 50 points. Do your best. It's some case studies, okay? In terms of Module 2, let's get into that, okay? And I apologize for this video. I don't usually make them that long. But, okay, so I just want to go back. Let's just kind of make believe everything's okay, all right? So the challenge, I had to do your discussion board posts. I usually am more personal, but I had to give you guys like a generic response that goes into some things. But the important thing is, in this class, I challenge students to design something that can be done. Okay, so if you come to me saying you're going to solve Israel and Gaza, which last year someone did, I'm going to say, no, you're not. Okay, I want to be realistic, not idealistic. Okay, there's great, idealism is great. For this course, everything I'm talking about in this course has to do with your ability and what I want to give to you to solve, or at least solve a problem and move towards social progress as you see it, okay? So there's some big problems, huge problems that are untouchable, right? We can't do it. Bigger is not better in this class, okay? Do not take on the world, all right? Bigger is not better. Smaller is better, okay? So I put a number of important tips here, pro tips. Okay, remember that this course is problem solving for social change. Be sure you're focusing on that second word to be successful. It's not problem identification. It's not problem analysis. It's problem solving. Okay, cool, huh? So keep your solution and your problem localized. Okay, communities, neighborhoods, even I'm trying to type this in, even a particular demographic, maybe single moms, maybe veterans, but in a particular area. So you really want to narrow it down to get it done. To get through the steps you need to get through in this course, you need to have something manageable. You can't possibly have anything that has, a million different factors, dynamics, geography, okay? You look at the, the world, and U.S. is hanging in there somewhere, I think, right? I don't know, no, maybe not. But you can't solve it all, because the same dynamics that are going on in Brooklyn, New York, in New York City borough of Brooklyn, are not the same dynamics going on in Cody, Wyoming, right? So you can't take on all this stuff. You can't possibly do it. No one does it, all right? Not even teams will look at things that way. All right, important, do not focus, when the time comes and you're thinking about it, do not focus on government grants and or public awareness as solutions. They're not, okay? Obtaining free money and grants just isn't happening. I mean, have you looked at the news lately? And even if it wasn't like this, government grants is, you can't take the easy way out. I'm just gonna get a lot of money and solve it. Do you think these problems would have been solved already if just money was the only issue? Of course, it's not. Some of these problems are in our own DNA as a culture. So we really got to work hard to think outside the box to manage a smaller area to go. Public awareness, great. It's a step towards a solution. It's a step, okay? Whether it's protests, whether it's community meetings, or whatever it is, it's a step towards progress. It isn't the solution, okay? Be careful when you're talking about changing laws, changing, like I said, the identity of a whole state, city, that's what I'm saying, keep it local, all right? Okay, let's see. Okay, when you see bolded terms and concepts, and you will in an assignment's instructions, it's a great idea to use those terms and concepts in your submission or discussion and bold them. If it's a short paper, use them as subheadings, okay? Start your paper, subheadings are the bolded terms. So I know you're addressing it, you're addressing those components. Don't just mix it in a narrative that looks like, a short story, because these are academic papers, right? Sometimes it's tough, but the easiest thing I'd say is bolded term, use it as a subheading, and talk about it. Do what you need to do with it, okay? It really works good that way to stay organized. Submit all papers in Word docs, Times New Roman 12-point font, double line spacing, paragraph indents, or line breaks. Don't just throw up a whole blob, whether it's on a discussion board or anything else. Need to see that your thoughts are breaking up in the appropriate manner. This is academics. It's the way it goes. Use proper academic formatting for citations and reference lists, APA, MLA, Chicago. Many of you are on your last semesters, last whatever. You should be familiar with that. And if you're not, please let me know. I can help out. I'm not going to be a troll under the bridge, whacking people that can't get across because you didn't format correctly. I'm not doing that. I haven't done that at SNHU, despite what some people might think. I would like an academic paper that's at least worthy of your status and the class's status as an IDS-410 course. 100 is for freshmen, 200 typically sophomores, 300 typically third year, 400 courses are typically your last year in university undergrad, because then 500 is grad school. Okay, so keep that in mind. Per SNHU policy, I'm surprised if you don't know this, no late discussion board posts are ever accepted in this class, okay? They're not per the policy of SNHU. Discussion boards are participatory with your peers. It's not fair if the main post is due by Thursday night, you don't post it till Sunday. And we're gonna get into smaller groups later on in this course, and you can't just leave people hanging. So timeliness is important for the main post by Thursday night before midnight, and your response or responses by Sunday at midnight, okay? If you miss out on the main post, you can still reply to your peers, and I'll get you credit for that, okay? Okay, the end game. I'm gonna post a sample final paper, okay? Just to give you an idea. I'll do this again later, but I want some of you like to think from the end. That's kind of a strategy in some big projects. What are we going for? And I'm gonna give you a paper attached here. Don't mix it up with the PDF for the instructions for Module 1, but this will show you what a 400 point paper looks like. Don't be intimidated. They're longer, but it's accumulation of what you're gonna be doing during the class, all right? This way you get to see what we're looking for, okay? What I'm looking for, what you should be looking for, and the organization of it, all right? It's important, okay? So, again, contact me if you have any questions, okay? Any. I'm here to help. I'm not here to be punitive. I'm not here to solve problems about climate change and social issues and all that. I'm an interdisciplinarian, okay? My academic foci has been African-American studies and human rights. I've also looked at critical thinking skills, science and religion, filmmaking, things like that. I've done a lot in terms academically, but I don't know the details like you will on issues that you're more passionate about. But I can help you. I will help you get through the process to know what you're looking for and how to find it. The tools of being an interdisciplinarian. Remember, an interdisciplinarian is different than multidisciplinarian. A multidisciplinarian would be like, well, I studied math. I got a degree in math. I got a degree in chemistry. I got a degree in city planning. That's a multidisciplinarian or anything with more than one discipline. But interdiscipline could have those same focus or subjects or disciplines, but we're integrating them. Okay, so we're taking what we get from chemistry and math and city planning to integrate into solutions. So remember, an interdisciplinary, think of integration, putting it together. That's the difference, okay? All right, I'm putting a link to the SNHU Service Now link where you put in your requests or tickets for tech support. I'm asking anyone has a problem, let's put that in there. I will get CC'd on it, and I think that will light the fire we need, because I don't know if they work weekends. So, and this is when everything is due. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to give you more time, but you can always look at the instructions, email it to me, okay? Do the work, check out the Module 2 curriculum, of course. Don't wait too long. Your project proposal, keep it small. I'm going to help you set up a call if you'd like. I have a pretty clean schedule during the week, what I do, okay? So you tell me what time you're available, what day, all right? Give me your own time zone and tell me what time zone you're in, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific, Hawaii, wherever, okay? And then we'll work out the time difference and figure it out, okay? Thank you so much for your patience in this. I'm really glad to have you. And again, have a good Sunday, okay? Peace.